government staff. Now, you as a collector or sub-collector, you are in some secured bungalows. You're definitely you will have your own escorts. However, it won't help much in a real way, but still, there is one comfort factor. On the other hand, your staff will not be round the clock with protection and all. How you motivate them? How you keep their morale so that they can work in such areas?
Generally, Naxalites don't harm any of the general civil servant or officers who are working in that area. So generally, they sometimes say that don't come to this area, or sometimes they say that don't come to this area between this time and this time. Other than that, generally they don't harm any of the staffs in this area. But to motivate the staff, first thing is that we should not sit in ivory tower and give big lectures that you go and do this job, etc. First thing is we also have to go with them to the interior areas and first find out the condition there and under what conditions they are working, so that they also know that our collector also comes with us to these interior places. Second, they have some very genuine issues because of which their performance get affected. To understand their issues, and we'll have to try to sort it out so that they're able to do their jobs properly. Third, since most of the staffs working in these interior areas keep their families away, so we'll have to provide them sufficient time so that they're able to stay connected with their families and they're able to do their family part also, so that their family life is not affected. And sometimes if their health gets spoiled or some inadvertent situations happen, we should ensure that their families are taken care of, so that they have the belief that even something happens to me, the government will take care of my family.
Now, you would have seen some Naxal blasts and all. So, what is that immediate? What is the SOP? What when you see a blast, or hear a blast, something has happened. Mainly CRPF Jawans will be the first to get ambushed and all. Now, what is the role of collector at that time?
Immediately after we get information of the blast, we try to see that none of the other support staffs get panicky, and also no false media reports go. In the meantime, we try to get our medical teams ready to send to the place, and also keep our hospitals ready, so that if any injured Jawans come to our hospitals, he could be provided better care facilities. And many of the blasts treatments cannot be happened at the district headquarters, so they have to be shifted to Raipur. So a helicopter should be kept on standby. And also arrangement has to be made at the hospitals in Raipur for their better treatment. And unfortunately, if any Jawan dies, then his postmortem has to be done on time. And in the immediate next flight available, we should ensure that their body reaches their home on time, so that their family members can pay their last tributes. And also ensure that whatever government compensations are payable to that Jawan should be given on time, and also the family members are taken care of, especially providing an employment to the Kitarkin.
In northeastern states and all, they say some extra pay is given, extra salary is given on basic, 15% something. Like that, is there any similar where extra pay is given for people working in Naxal affected districts?
In Chhattisgarh, for police people, they get extra pay, whether it is state police or state armed police, and even CRPF also, they get extra pay. But civilian officers, they don't get any extra pay.
So the collector of say Dantewada as well as Raipur will be getting the same if they are in the same pay scale.
Yes, they will be getting the same pay scale. Maybe a little bit 100 rupees or 200 rupees, some extra tribal allowance will get.
Okay, okay. Now, most of the Naxal affected areas will be forest areas, because that is the place where they can hide also. So, the DFO's role means Indian Forest Service people what is their role in Naxalism and how the relationship between the collector and forest service is expected to be there?
So in these areas, the forest department has a very important role to play because in many of the districts, the forest cover is almost 60 to 90%. So most of the projects cannot take off without the consent or without the support of the DFOs and the forest team. Second, Forest Conservation Act also plays a very important role. So the IFS officers will have a dilemma whether to protect forest or to allow certain developmental activities to take off, because during my stint in a district called as Bijapur, even the district collector's office on the main city itself comes under the fringe of Indravati Tiger Reserve, and we had a big challenge of how to start even the district headquarters, how to start it off. So, but fortunately, most of the IFS officers posted here also, they are well aware of the situation, and also they're very cooperative also. So we find a way out how to protect the forest, and also at the same time how to take the developmental activities forward. But the forest officers who will get chance to work in these areas will always have a very delightful experience, because here, along with forestry activities, they'll have a very large role to play in the developmental activities also.
So forest service officers, whether they get some special fund, whether they can do some self-help groups, what are the schemes they can do? Because normally in other states, the collector has the role. So here, whether any special things, schemes are given to forest service?
Most of the developmental funds that comes to the district collector are also given to the DFO for execution, because forest department is one of the most important, biggest agencies in this forest, whether it is Narega work, whether it is water conservation activity, any economic developmental activities like SHG's promotions also. The forest department has a very big role to play. And second, minor timber forest produces one of the very important economic activities for tribals in this area. So forest department and district administration both combine together to execute this, and Chhattisgarh is one of the top performing states in purchase of minor timber forest produce and providing economic benefits to the tribal people. And third, the forest department itself has a very big fund called as CAMPA, and Chhattisgarh has one of the very biggest budget for CAMPA in the country. So they get their CAMPA funds also from their department, which they can use for developmental activities.
Now, you told civilian staff who are working under the collectorate, generally they will not be touched by Naxals. Is it applicable to forest service staff also, Indian Forest Service? Because many who are watching this video, some will have aspiration to get into Indian Forest Service. So whether they can have free movement inside jungles?
So forest department staffs will have much more interaction with them than even some of the civilian staff, because most of their works happens in the deep jungles where maybe the Naxals are also there. But so far there has not been much any incident on forest service people also. They are also like any other civilian staff. But yes, there are certain areas where whether it is civilian staffs or even forest staffs, they will not be allowed by the Naxalites in certain areas, and certain forestry activities will also be not allowed in certain areas. But these are all very small pockets of area in the entire district, whereas in the rest of the district there will be absolutely no issues for working, and they'll be very free to move around. And I've seen many of the forest officers who regularly keep moving inside the deep jungles, and they never had faced any problem. And definitely it will be a very it will give a very good satisfaction for any of the young IFS officer if they come and work in these areas, and they can actually see what is the situation and how development brings about changes in the people's life by their own eyes.